8 top tips to boost your learning. Hi everyone, this is your learning coach Vinod. In this video, you're going to learn about 8 top tips to boost your child's learning. Okay, number 1, spaced repetition. So break up and distribute your study rather than doing it in a single block. So let's say you are preparing for an examination and you want to devote 3 or 4 hours in a day to revise and prepare for that examination. So don't do it in a single block. What you need to do is break that into smaller fragment. Okay, it's called a spaced repetition, and repeat this block every day. Okay, it becomes a habit. Second point is revise or retrieve. Actively recall your memories through tests or reflective conversations. Okay, so you could revise things by using flashcards, or reflective conversations is when you have a conversation about the topic with someone who had already been through that journey. So some of your peers, so you could just revise what you have learned in a class by just talking with another classmate of yours in the chronological order of things that happened in the classroom. Third point is focus. Like I told you in the spaced repetition, so our brain is able to focus for a maximum of 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so what you need to do is set up a structure so that you would be able to focus for just 20 to 30 minutes and give ample breaks in between. It doesn't matter if you take 5 or 10 breaks, it doesn't matter. So 20 minutes, 10 minutes break. 20 minutes of learning, 10 minutes break. This is how you got to focus and start learning. The fourth point is metacognition. Keep learning about learning. So as we grow older, the cognitive skills of a child would vary from one part of their life to another part. Okay, so but what doesn't vary is the learning process. So what you need to do is you got to constantly update about learning for the sake of the cognitive improvement. Know your strengths and embrace a growth mindset. So when you have a growth mindset, you would always be, hey, how will I be able to learn this concept better? So let's say you are very good with flashcards, but there is a new app which had come up. So you could always embrace a growth mindset and say, hey, I'm going to learn that new app. I'm going to master how to use that new app to make my learning journey much easier. So this is metacognition. Number 5 is mental models. So it is said that everything that happens in life happens twice. So once in your mind and next time in reality. So start with a big picture to create a framework, and in that framework, so you have a big picture of the framework that you want to do. So break down that big picture into smaller picture and then fill up the details in that picture. So let's say that you want to score the first rank in your class. Okay, get a top grade in your class. So don't take your goal mental model as creating a top rank in your class. So take it as smaller things. Say I got to study for 2 hours every day. So then create a mental model for it, create a framework what you're going to do for it, and then I've got to do 2, 3 or 4 tests every week. Okay, I've got to do a few revisions every week. So create smaller mental models, create a framework to it, and then start filling in these details on how you are going to achieve it. So this makes the learning process much easier to go on. The next point, sixth point, is setting up a context. So have different contexts. Contexts can be instead of following a monotonous same schedule, change your schedule. So let's say you always sit with studying science first. So one day sit with studying science first, next day study mathematics, next day study social science. So you could vary the context. So context can not just be on the topic that you want to study. It can also be the space that you are studying in. So one day you could study in your study room. So the next day you could probably go to your terrace and sit down and study there. The next day you can go sit underneath a tree and then study there. So vary the concepts. Okay. The seventh important point that I'm going to tell you about, this is a very, very important point, is sleep. So invest in a regular sleep pattern to strengthen and consolidate memories. So if you don't have good sleep, what happens is that your brain function deteriorates exponentially. Okay, so invest in a regular sleep pattern so that you are able to store your memories much better in your brain. Your brain function would improve very well. So typically 8 to 9 hours of sleep is very, very good. Okay, the last point, the eighth point, is exercise. It's not enough if your mental abilities are good. It is very much imperative that your physical ability is also as good as your mental strength to be the best version of you. Okay, the best way to do exercise is either you can allocate a separate hour during your daily routine for exercise, or the best way is when you do spaced repetitions, when you focus on a subject and take a break. Those breaks can be fun daily routines which can help you shape your body and also keep you in good fitness level for your brain to work in an optimal environment. So these are the 8 different ways to which you can use to boost your learning journey. So looking forward to see you in more videos. Please do subscribe to this YouTube channel, and if you are watching this video in Facebook or on Instagram, please do like and follow us for more videos on learning. This is your learning coach Vinod signing off.